I made $25,000 in revenue in my Shopify store with one product, a digital product of a print-on-demand calendar that I designed and developed for my niche audience. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through how you can do the same thing too. Because if I did it, it's easy enough for you to do it too. If you're a returning viewer, hi, welcome back. This is a little bit off track of what I normally teach, but if you have a boutique business or you have an e-commerce business, Shopify store, this video is for you. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I designed, developed, and then advertised it. We sold over 600 units in 4 months. It's very exciting. Okay, so first a little bit of background on this product. This is something that I've been making for the past 6 years, okay? So I will start off by saying that this was not my first go around. In 2020, we did about $10,000 in revenue. And then from 2021 to now 2025, it's been $77,000 in revenue, giving us a grand total of $88,000 of revenue in this product. The product we're talking about is called the Boutique Calendar. I had a client that said, I don't know when to mark down or bring items in. I don't really understand the retail cycle calendar of seasons. And I said, I'll just put it in a worksheet. So I had it on a sheet, and then it came to me that maybe I should put it in a calendar, but I don't like planners. I buy a million planners and then I never use them. So for me, it was much more attractive to have something like a wall calendar. Also, because I teach a lot about mindset, I love the idea of adding affirmations and positive words so that a boutique owner could really put this on their wall, follow it obviously for the data and information about their inventory and their strategy from a product perspective, but also they're going to get a little bit of rah from me. This product really truly feels like something I created that I knew I would love and that I felt strongly that boutique owners would love. That's my niche. That's why you're here, right? 2 pieces of the pie here. There's the idea that this is a printed product and that it's my product, but it's also a digital / print on demand product. I don't own inventory of this. We have in years past purchased inventory, but now we just use a plugin to Shopify called Lulu Direct, and Lulu Direct handles everything after someone has purchased. So they come on my Shopify website, they click add to cart, they click checkout, and then that order gets sent to Lulu Direct and they fulfill it. They print it, they package it, and they ship it to my customer. Now, I'm not going to lie, it takes like up to 18 days for someone to get this calendar. And yeah, that's a long time to wait. So I also do sell a digital version. I've priced it exactly the same. I didn't want to devalue the information by putting it at different prices just because one is digital and one is printed. Now for the printed, of course, you end up paying for shipping on it, but you don't really feel like you have to make a choice based on price. It's just what's going to be the most convenient and fun for you to order. I designed and have always designed the calendar on Canva. I know, it's just Canva. I have to get the dimensions right, of course, by checking with Lulu Direct and understanding how I want this to be put together. We have a standard formula at this point where we have a clear cover, we have a roll, what is it called? It's plastic spiral bound. And on the back, there is a hard black plastic back cover. So it is really protected. And then the inside, the actual pages of the calendar are color printed on thick cardstock. So it's not super thick. It's not going to be really heavy on your wall, but it does feel substantial and more than just a piece of paper. The Canva template we use is just a small piece of it. I do actually design the rest of it. So I'm picking fonts, I'm designing the graphics, I'm doing colors, literally front to back. I'm designing the whole thing. It takes me hours and hours. It takes me days and weeks, honestly. Like sometimes this calendar will take me 2 to 3 months on and off of work just designing it. And then we get to the point where I have to do a test print and upload it to Shopify. But that part's really easy. I think that if you already run some sort of Shopify store, adding Lulu Direct as an app inside your Shopify store is so easy. Working with Lulu Direct is really easy. I will say that it's a little bit inflexible in terms of making changes on the fly or like stopping production, stopping shipping. You might have issues if you have people who want to change their address or at the last minute sort of like change something up. It's not as flexible once an order is placed. That said, when you print through Lulu Direct, you're only paying for the printing and shipping costs. Whatever money you make on the front end is not what you make on the back end. So when I say I made $25,000 in revenue, that is not what I actually made in my pocket. So let's do that math. How much money did I actually make? Before we get into the numbers, I'm just gonna politely ask you to please subscribe to my channel. If you sell products, if you have a boutique, you wanna have a boutique, you wanna sell products through drop shipping, e-commerce, any of that, this is the place for you. The more subscribers I get, the more reach I get, and the more people I can help. I've saved so many businesses over the years, and I've helped so many businesses launch with great success, making 4 to 5 figures out the gate. Stay here with me. If you can, please like and subscribe. So let's talk timing first. When do I sell this calendar? The calendar most often sells when normal calendars sell, sometime between September and October. And then actually we've been seeing sales all the way through February. Now that it's March, it's definitely slowed down a lot. I've also sort of turned off some of my Facebook ads, and we'll talk about ads in the fourth part. So we launched this in early October. How much was the calendar and how much did it cost me to print? Okay, so I charged $38 for the calendar. Shipping was on top of that. Shipping was anywhere from like $5 to $13, depending on the option that got chosen. And the cost to print and ship from Lulu Direct was anywhere between $20 and $22. So on a $38 item, I was paying around $22 to get it printed and shipped, but that's all in, okay? And remember, I don't have to own inventory of it. It gets printed on demand. So right out the gate, I'm only making $16, which you might think, oh my God, that's so much. Well, let's keep eating into it because there's other costs on top of it, okay? And the total cost for those goods was $10,092. That's what Lulu Direct charged me. And every time it printed a new one, it charged me. So I'd make the money and then it would get taken out. Honestly, it's sort of jarring the way you think you've made all this money and then you really don't. So right there, I've already lost $10,000 in my total revenue because that was my cost of goods. But there's more cost. The other big cost is Shopify. Now I pay for the $98 to $100 Shopify. So over the course of this 4 months, including other fees like app fees, I use ProofSource, I use some other things. The cost to use Shopify was $596. Take another $600 off of how much money I made because I needed to pay for Shopify and some of the apps that I use for it. Now let's talk about how I actually got people to my site, because this is the part that so many people say, well, Emily, it's great. You set up a website, you have this printing on demand, like, okay, good for you, but how did you actually get people to your website to buy this? A couple ways. One, obviously I'm using my email list. Obviously I'm posting about it organically. But the big thing for me was that I spent about $5,500 on Facebook ads over the course of the 4 months. So I was spending anywhere from $25 to $40 a day on Facebook ads. I obviously scaled it when I knew things were really turning, like December, January. We really sold a ton of calendars. And a lot of that was because those ads were really properly fueled with money. I probably could have put more money behind it, but I'm not making a lot on this. So what is my goal? Is it really money? No. My goal with the calendar is to bring new people into my world. So I only advertised for about the first 2 months to a cold audience. I knew that my warm audience was going to get hit with my emails and some of my organic marketing. So I really use this as a tool, as a low price tool to get more people into my ecosystem, get them on my email list. This calendar has a bunch of my advice and it has real practical knowledge and experience on it. So it has value in it. It's not just like, oh, it's a cute product. I like to think that if someone's not going to buy my book because they don't really like to read books, at least this is another option for someone who's newer to get a little piece of who I am and what I teach in a way that's kind of fun and cute and uplifting. So almost all my advertising dollars went to a cold audience. It went to new people discovering me. And this was actually really cool. We have some of the ads that had over 300, 400 likes and loves on it, a ton of comments. I think one of them had about 80 comments and I was commenting back and forth. Did I spend a lot of money on them? Yeah, but I gained over 650 new people on my email list. I was able to get more likes to my Facebook page, more likes to my Instagram page because these ads were running all the time. I also got to have the conversation on the Facebook ads constantly back and forth, and show other people that I had good customer service. I knew I would spend a substantial amount on meta ads, But honestly, it was worth it. Like I said, I grew my email list over 600 people. I got people into a product that they get a little piece of me that feels pretty holistic, and they're not spending that much. They're spending under $40. And it's just a great product. So it's a good price for a great product, and it gets people into my world. Now let's give you the final total. So when all is said and done, I did all my research. I made $30,654 in revenue. The cost with everything included, $10,092. My Shopify was $596. I spent $5,518 on ads, which makes my total profit $14,448. Now, I need to remind you, this is over the course of about 5 months. So when we break that down, it ends up being $2,889 a month. Now, if you're taking that as passive income, that's basically $100 a day of passive income profit. So revenue is going to be higher, but if I didn't spend all this other money, I don't think I would have made as much money. At the end of the day, I think if you have an audience or you're looking to build an audience, print on demand through Shopify and Lulu Direct is a really great way to go. If you're looking to sell more things, either print on demand, whether that's apparel, paper goods, I mean, gosh, you can kind of print a lot of things now on demand. Comment demand below. We'll send you a link to get a free fact sheet that summarizes everything I did step by step, so you can try this for yourself. But it is a really nice way to test out new products or adding additional revenue streams to your current e-commerce or apparel business, or even an art store or gift store. This is a great way. You could add notebooks, you could add calendars, children's books. There's so much you can do now that's print on demand. It's such a nice way to round out your revenue sources. So thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this, and here's to making lots of friends and making lots of money. I'll see you on the next one.